truck broke, and it only had 2,000 miles on it. Not good. So what happened was, the first little hint or clue was that I unlocked my truck, opened the door, and there was this weird staticky sound through all of the speakers, and it sounded like this. So this is a new problem. I don't know if you can hear it, but that's coming out of the speakers. Truck's not on. No idea. So I took it to the Ford dealership, and they disconnected the battery and put the battery, let it sit for a couple minutes, and then they put the battery cable back on, and it went away. They sent an engineer report to Ford and said if it happened again to come back and let them know. It didn't happen again. I was like, great. It was just some kind of weird power thing. Awesome. And then about 3 weeks later, I went out to start my truck, and it acted like the battery was dead. So I jumped it, and then everything went bonkers. Everything. And it did this. Okay. Brake fault, ABS fault, trash controls off, cross system fault. I don't know what that is at all. This is broken. I have no power steering, and it says that my parking brake is broken, so we'll figure this out. So again, I took it up to the dealership. I had all my sensors were broken, all my cameras were broken, the radio didn't work, the power steering was broken, and I took it into them, and they didn't know what was going on. So what it ended up happening was, the control system behind the navigation apparently controls a lot of the exterior, like accessory stuff. The 360 camera, the collision warning, all that stuff is controlled by the computer that's behind the navigation system. So I have the big 12-inch new Sync 4 system, and it has been this happened, it was just way out of the norm. I mean, nothing worked in the truck. So they kept the truck for 3 or 4 days. They did diagnostics. They ended up replacing the entire computer behind the screen. They didn't replace the screen because it was fine. It was the computer that controlled all the stuff attached to the screen. So they replaced that, and then there was a windshield recall where the windshields apparently have been falling out of F150s. So they did the recall on that, and what they did with that is they take the windshield completely out. They basically grind all the paint off of where the windshield connects, repaint it, and then put a different window adhesive sealant type on there to help the window hold on. So apparently it's something to do with the new paint, and the paint that they use, the adhesive that they use from the factories aren't sticking to each other. So then they've been having some windows fall out. So I was the first person at that particular dealership to get that done. It took about 3 days, I think, for them to get the adhesive in, take the windshield out, grind it all down, put the window back in, do all the paint work and all that stuff. But good news is my windshield hasn't fallen out, and so far everything with the new computer has been fixed. I haven't seen any issues other than that, and that was that I've had about 500 miles of driving after that. So that is what caused my entire brand new truck to die, was the computer system behind the Sync 4. If you have had something like this happen, comment below. If your dealership helped you out, if they didn't help you out, whatever it is, if you had any issues, or if you have any new issues with the new F-150, put those comments down below. I want to see if anybody else is having problems with this new truck. Other than that, I got a couple more videos coming up about the auto start, and then once I hit about 5,000 or 6,000 miles, I'll do a 5,000 mile review, and we'll see where we go from there. So thank you for watching. Hit all the like buttons and the subscribe buttons and the button buttons, and I'll